Hello everyone, my name is Dominono and welcome back to Portal 2. So, last episode we fell down a big pit, and now we're going to find the way out of the big pit, and possibly also GLaDOS, who has been turned into a potato. Perhaps we'll turn her into the world's smartest french fries. That'd be nice. I could go for some french fries. Can you eat without vocal cords? I imagine so. They're probably not important to that, but I imagine it's probably lacking mass in your mouth. Might be hard to swallow. I don't know. I can't pretend to know anything about what it's like to not have vocal cords on account of mine clearly work. Can I... Is there a... I can put portals here, so is there a way up and past all this crap? What about over here? Anything? Possibly? Maybe? Huh? Anybody? Blimey, this place is old looking. It's all modular and square and blocky. I feel like this must be progress of some description. Like I can get through this fence with portals. I feel like that's gotta have... Oh, there we go. Didn't occur to me to try the ceiling, since the ceiling was detached. But every little helps, I guess. This place is seriously deep. Why on earth, how on earth would you even construct this? Like, it must have taken decades. Let's see, can I get far enough away from here? No. Must be a closer spot somewhere. This works, so... Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Blimey. That looks a little more modern. I'll assume these are remnants that have fallen down with us. There's quite a lot of it actually, still burning even. I guess that could either be fairly recent or somehow the fuel burns very slowly. Keep out, do not enter condemned testing area. Pardon the cut there. Do not enter, keep out. Condemned testing area, yep. Vitrification order 6/15, so the 15th of January, March, 15th of June 1961. Do not look at, touch, ingest, or engage in conversation with any substances beyond this point. Warning, this enrichment shaft may contain unsafe quantities of cosmic ray spallation elements, whatever that means. What's vitrification? What does that mean? Cosmic... 1961 though. So this shit was built in the 60s? That is insanity. Alright, I can't open through any of these, but there should be a portalable something over here, which would explain why I can portal to that bit. Right? That makes... Oh, hello. That makes sense. So this is from the 60s. Aperture science must be pretty on point. Hello, can I come over here? What's this? Just a better look at this stuff, apparently. Nope. Did I need to go over there? Or... No, this is the way forward, I think. Could be anything at this point. I can't jump over the railing, no matter how hard I try, so that must mean that I need to portal. Hooray. Anything else over there? Doesn't look like it. More cosmic ray spallations. The thing that interests me is that this stuff clearly seems to have been set up purposefully. Like, I mean, I guess it could be a coincidence that it all settled like this, but then it also might be that the entirety of this cave system was constructed like this, like at least, well, better quality but in less rust, but with this general structure in mind. Oh. Yeah, that seems to make sense now. Was that a good idea? Excuse me. Well, we lit up this mega vault. 2 and 1. Okay, so we must need... you must need to activate both of them at the same time. which means we're going to need to get to one and then portal to the other, because that's the way these work. Boop, boop. And here we go. And then one over there. Please also pardon the cut there. Sorry. Let's see. Can I? Yes, I can. So, can I get close enough to this one to just drop this here? And then... boop. It makes sense, really, when you think about it. This is one big door. In your own time. I don't know what it is about this bit, but this kind of reminds me of BioShock. Guess what I'm playing for the next long play? Okie doke. Just a shitty desk chair and a stool. And behind the vault it's just a wall with a little door. That's so goofy. What on earth could be in here that's so a danger admits to authorized personnel only keep out important that you need to put it behind the biggest vault door in the world that just leads to a fire escape? It better be something super duper interesting. I mean it is, actually. Sort of. Ooh. Do not lean on railing, danger. That looks like acidic water. So that to me says that this place was built, like this is not like a cave-in or anything, this place has been built into the rock purposefully. Does the rock texture look a bit weird to anyone else? Is it supposed to look like that? I hope so. Otherwise that's going to be something for people to point out in the comments. Nope. So we're going to shit over there. Walls and always some big spheres apparently. It's been a long time since I've played Portal 2. Aperture Science, presumably. Yeah, they had a sign. Why did they have a sign down here? Is it possible that they maybe like built it ground level and then sunk it rather than actually building it down here and then up? I don't know, that sounds like the weird kind of strange bullshit that Aperture would do. I assume I can get through there with some portal magic, but what else is around? Just have a look. Experiment discontinued. Keep out contamination area. Test chambers 1 to 200. So they've been testing since the 60s. No wonder GLaDOS is so inbuilt to test. Cuts galore over absolutely nothing. Apologies. But experiment discontinued, and it looks like it's been filled with cement. Yep. That makes sense to me. What's she got? Underground train to test shafts 1 through 8. And it's all just too bloody dark to see anything over here. Aperture, Science. I'm assuming it says Innovators, like it does on the new loading screen. I imagine we'll be seeing more of this soonish. Boop. Yep. What's through here then? Entranceway, what do we have? Lobby and testing lounge.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place.
Johnson.
That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
Okay, so Cave Johnson is the guy in charge of Aperture originally, and he has an assistant named Carolyn. I believe that turret, didn't that friendly turret we saved from the production line, the redemption line earlier, didn't it have something to say about Caroline? Her name is Caroline. Ow, my face. That was easy enough to figure out.
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Splendid. An army of mantis men. So this is Cave Johnson. Yeah, that looks like the guy who'd be in charge of a place called Aperture Science. Spirit of Idaho National Potato Board Award for the promotion of potato science. Spirit of Idaho National Potato Science 955. Cave Johnson, shower curtain salesman of 1943, Aperture fixtures. U.S. Department of Defense, Contractor of the Year runner-up, 1952. Contractor of the Year runner-up, 1954. Top 100 applied science companies, Aperture Science number 2. Cave Johnson, shower curtain salesman. So Aperture fixtures was originally like they sold furnishings, and then he decided to get into the science game. Okay, why not? That's a perfectly logical career path. What do I know? Cave Johnson. And number 2, like I'm assuming that's because Black Mesa was number 1. Local entrepreneur buys salt mine. Oh, so that's what this is. Cave Johnson to bring science industry to Upper Michigan. That's all just gibberish that I can't read. The future is here and it's under the Earth's crust, says Science Maverick. Fair enough. Looks like he's been pretty determined, and this place is a very 60s aesthetic, which I personally dig. Not because I'm a huge hipster or anything, I just think it looks cool, and you don't see anything like it anymore. Man, hipsters really ruined appreciation of older style art. I remember before you said before it was cool was cool. What? Never mind. There's ashtrays fucking everywhere. Elevator control. Wait for attendant to begin lift. Well, I'll do it myself since I'm alone. And may have always been at this point. So yeah, if this is a salt mine, then that explains why the walls look weird. They're full of salt. They're salty. They lost consecutive matches of Street Fighter V. Or some such. Is that the lingo? I don't know, I'm not big on fighting games. Enrichment spheres, he said. So, they must keep every test contained within a sphere. Ah! That's not the way forward. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yep, that seems reasonable. Vitrified. What does vitrified mean? Is that
if
like
you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know, because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be cold. Only temporary, so do not worry. If it persists for a week, though, start worrying and come see us, because that's not supposed to happen.
Okay.
Just a heads up, we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, you might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
Oh, okay. So that did happen when I pressed E, so trying to open these caused those. This one's been discontinued as well. Try again.
If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
Oh. Well, that's something, I guess. Let's see. It looks like I need to get the jump from this, but I don't know where to drop to. That's just water and that'll kill me. It looks like there's one there. Like, what's that connected to? Oh, this is the bottom of the lift. So, okay, so if I get back over here... if I get back over here, I'm going to put blue up there, and then find an access port around the side to get back into the lift shaft. Yes, maybe? Yes. Here we go. This should do it. The wonders of conserved momentum. Boom. I'd like to thank this rusty walkway for not falling and plunging me to death. Push to open, fine. Pump Station Alpha. Know your allergens. Pollen, animal, dander, plastics, antimatter. Ah yes, that typical allergen antimatter. Don't touch anything unfamiliar. Do not inhale fumes no matter how good they smell. Fair enough. This place is incredibly high-tech for something that still needed typewriters. Pump Station Alpha. Gel pressure control. Let's activate this then, shall we? We activated the pump station, which miraculously still works. That seems like a useful thing. Okay. Anything else? No? We're done? I kind of missed the lack of an obnoxious moron following us around and helping us around places. Maybe if we get up onto that like little walkway space. Maybe this will help. Boing. There we go. Gel flow. Okay, so the gel is moving from this place.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
Fair enough. And I guess this is an old-school emancipation grill. Emancipation, precipitation, anti-disestablishmentarianism. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's emancipation. Although I don't know why it would be called that. I don't know. I can't pretend to know why you would name science things. I lack the necessary science background to give you any real innovative look into the nature of Aperture's science experiments. The lights on.
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs.
Oh dear.
But informative. Or so I'm told.
I hope so. Otherwise, rip his legs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. I think it said, didn't it say that like the place to 3 and 2 and 1 had been cancelled out or shut down or something? But it looks like there's at least 9 shafts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spheres. So, I guess that's fairly efficient. Even if this one somehow is flooded, must be pretty watertight. Remember, this test is unsolvable without an Aperture Science portable quantum tunneling device. If you have not received one, please find a test associated with participating in any Shaft 9 enrichment activities. The portal gun of yesteryear looked like a very cumbersome instrument. Repulsion gel was Aperture's first attempt to create a dietetic pudding substitute. Did you know? It's true. The gel is a sweeter, slightly less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation that causes subsequently ingested food items to bounce off the lining of a dietist's distended stomach and out his or her mouth. For various reasons, this product was pulled from shelves. Gee, I wonder why. Repulsion gel. So it repulses? Hello. Somebody's written something up there. That's interesting. Boing. Hey, repulsion gel. I get it. I dig it. So through here, into there, and stuff. And yet more cuts. For reasons, things, and indecipherable stuff. Okie doke. We need a box. Does this... What does that do? Opens the exit. Right. But... we need the box. So to open the box, we need... Oh, I probably could have jumped off of there, couldn't I? Engage brain power, please. Since based on physics, energy expended and then repelled should be fairly consistent with minor losses. Like that desk toy you get with all the walls on the chain and you knock one and then one on the end clickety clacks. It's because the energy is traveling through and then extending with only minor loss of it. More or less. Like, that's the general gist of it. Boop. One generic Aperture cube. Aperture Science Innovators. Anything useful? 38667-1. Nope, just pretty generic, but now we bloody hell. Now we have an idea of how the repulsion gel works. You apply it, and the area becomes bouncy.
The lab
Simple,
boys
right?
just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
Okay then. Bit of a funny old stick is Cave Johnson. Next test chamber's over there, but I can't make that jump. But looks like there's a portable wall up here, so yes. That way or this way? What's over here first, since this is on the outside? Ooh. Anything interesting in here, or is this just an office? Seems to be just an office, I can't poke anything. Nice aesthetic though, again, like wood paneling and the cool sort of hip little decorative wallpaper or whatever that is, I guess. Could be paint. Could be very dedicated painters. Typewriters, old school phones. But nothing super duper interesting. Unless you're particularly interested in the aesthetic design of the 60s. I myself think it's cool, but I'm not that into it. More crap down there.
For
Whatever,
this next
way
test,
forward.
we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors.
Oh,
Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
oh. So I do have a tumor. Well, actually I didn't sit in any of those, so I personally don't, but... Huh. Oh, I think I get it. I need this to be... Oh, but I need a cube, don't I? Let's start with the parts that we need. Can't make an omelette without some eggs. Oop. Oh. Well. Shit. Let's try that again. Boing. The wonders of instant trampolines, whenever and wherever you require them. Stay there, please. Now that this is open, I can jump from a higher bit and come here. Hooray! Okay then. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is cool. Science, get working on this in real life. Boing. Oh, hello. That's just a drop into the void. And another one. And boop. Oh, whoops. Thank you. I need somewhere to enter it, really, don't I? And nailed it.
Oh, in case
Flawless.
you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
Oh. Well, there you go then. If you are covered in repulsion gel, do not be covered in repulsion gel. Could save your skeleton. It does not like the human skeleton. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, does it dissolve calcium constructs?
All
Or is
these
it like
science
super
spheres are
run?
made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping. Because
Oh,
that's
okay.
not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good
That's
news is the lab
asbestos.
boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Splendid. It makes a happy face. Well, it's something, I guess. Okay then. So, pretty much everything in this sphere has come apart. I need to get up there somehow. Can I? Is that a wall? Nope. I figure there's got to be a reason for this. Oh, hello. That's a wall with portable space. Ooh. Yeah, that looks like the way forward. Mind you, a lot of things in this place look like the way forward. Nothing else around here, so I guess we try this. Oh.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
I'm fairly sure that's illegal. Okay, so press button. Oh. Receive blob of repulsion gel. Gotcha. So, I need some... Ah, bloody hell. There goes my skeleton. Nope. It's everywhere, and it's bouncy. So, with that in mind... Hey! Now I need to get in there, I think. Yeah, I must need to jump through that in order to get some bounce. Or some such. So if I come up here... Thanks, my skeleton. Okay, so... If I do this and then this... Then I end up with some bounce over there, which means I should be able to clear the gap. Right? Yeah! Nailed it.
That coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain.
Oh.
There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
Oh. Okay, well, let's not think about that then. Vitrify, like, does that mean, like, is that like to solidify liquid? Is that what that means? Because it's been on the discontinued experiment places and he just said that thing, which I assume means like the calcium in your brain space would solidify. So, does vitrify mean to, like, make
now, if
solid
you're
from
part of
liquid?
control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Okay then. Duly noted. So, my skeleton is toast. Okay, so the water here is, well, A, really weird looking, and B, getting in the way of the gel. So, it doesn't look like there's a way to turn it off. But, I couldn't fly through there because there's that in the way. So, how on earth would I do that? Oh, there's a button here. That might do it. Maybe not. Missed it. Worth a shot. Well then. Yay. More or less.
Telling them, keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
Oh, okay. I will do that. More or less. Time travel. That'd be interesting. More gel flow. Wait, hang on, that one's a different colour. That one's white. What does the white gel do? Can't bloody remember. I think it gives you more portable space. Yes? I think so. That makes sense. Accidents hurt. You will be hurt. Co-workers. Don't endanger others. The company. Replacements are costly. Science. Investigations impede progress. Just don't shove your colleagues into barrels of flaming biohazardous waste. Good rule to live by, really, I think. It feels like I need something from here. Aha, I can reach this, so... maybe not that. This, maybe? Yes, that looks about right. Plus... that stuff, plus... that stuff. Right, so... that's bouncy. Like, I don't know if making that bouncy is necessary. Like, I'm assuming that angle, like that bounce, will get me up there where I supposedly need to be. But then, do I need any of this space, or is this just a red herring? Let's find out, I guess. Boing. Yep, that seems fine to me. That does not seem fine to me. Let's try the other way around. This also does not seem fine to me. Okay. Can I get up here via other means? Yes, I think I can. Boop.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
Okay, well, not this time, though. I think that's all the time we have. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.